Barry, where are we right now?
We're in the courtyard in front of the Church of the Holy Sepulchre in the Christian quarter of the Old City of Jerusalem. This is the traditional location of where Jesus died and was buried, and of course where he rose from the dead. When Constantine became Emperor of Rome in the 4th century, he established Christianity as the religion of the Roman world. And his mother made a trip to Israel for the sole purpose of trying to identify locations associated with the life of Jesus. She would ask the locals, and this is where everybody said those events took place. And it was also noteworthy that the Romans had basically demolished that area to a degree because they knew of the importance that spot held to Christians.
Cultural cleansing is not a new concept, and so when the Romans came through, they tried to remove those locations and reminders of things that they didn't want the people to associate with Jesus. So this structure behind us is on top of those locations.
It is.
Is there anything special that we need to do when we go in?
Well, we need to observe reverence when we go in, so we'll remove our hats.
Okay. I think one of the things that will catch anybody who visits the Church of the Holy Sepulchre for the first time is when you walk in through that double door, the very first thing that you see on the floor is the spot where they say they prepared Jesus' body for burial. And that specific rock is not the rock. That rock has actually been replaced several times because it's been worn down from people touching it and kissing it and placing things on it. If you can stand in that entranceway and try to use your imagination and remove the ceilings and remove the walls and just look at heights, to your right, where the cross would have stood, is a hill.
We've climbed up these steps here to an elevation a little higher than the rest of the building here. And we're standing in front of the traditional location of Calvary, which is where they believe Jesus Christ was crucified. And underneath the glass behind us, what you see is some exposed bedrock, and what they believe is that this is where the cross actually went into the ground.
So this is the traditional location where Jesus was crucified with robbers on either side of him. It would have been very, very visible to have those 3 crosses there. The floor that you reach by those stairs is not very large. You can't fit a large number of people up there. So if you imagine those floors are gone, it shrinks the area where those crosses were. It really makes it plain that Jesus' crucifixion was a public crucifixion. They were making an example of these men. They were taunting him and taking advantage of the fact that he was finally stuck and he was exactly where they wanted him to be. And so there was a huge lack of respect shown to him by those who were there. Again, we can't say for certain that is the exact spot.
My personal opinion is this is the general location.
Right.
Now, whether or not these specific spots are exactly correct, I don't know.
And the topography over time has changed. I mean, originally this was a hillside, and now you've got this large structure on top of it. To imagine Jesus and Simon carrying that cross, coming outside of that city wall, coming down to Golgotha, and having his cross placed here, and then at the finale of the crucifixion, having his body removed and placed in the tomb down beneath us.
Right.
And what most people don't realize is how close this spot is to the Rock of Anointing just below us, and then the edicule over the tomb where Jesus was buried. And we're talking less than a football field to contain all 3 of these locations. They're really close.
The scriptures even tell us that in the area where he was crucified, there was a garden.
Right.
And so this is a very close location here. Just around the corner over there in the same building is the edicule, which is the traditional location of where he was buried.
I'm Craig.
And I'm Stu, and we're the founders of Appian Media.
We really hope that you've enjoyed the content that you've just seen. This was only made available through the generous donations of so many of you.
We believe that the world should have biblically accurate, visually engaging content about the Bible, and it should be free for everyone.
We would encourage you to visit the membership page of appianmedia.org and consider becoming a reoccurring member. Everything that you donate to Appian Media is tax deductible.
However you decide to donate, we really appreciate your support.